be feeding a lot because it's really hard not to. I still like Vici Gaming's lineup. I want it to work.
All right, we'll have to see if it's going to work or not. It's going to be a tough test for him as we hop into game number 2 of this 2-game series. Secret already claimed 1 point in this series, hoping to walk away with 2 to be at the top of the heap already for Group B. Let's lead in with some early predictions real quick. Waga, player with the least deaths.
I will put down the Huskar.
Yeah, Huskar slash Morphling, depending on which team is going to get the upper hand.
It depends who wins, really.
Yeah, really. Will there be a teleport canceled by a stun in 10 minutes time?
There's a lot of stunts.
I would say yes.
I think so. At least one. Yeah.
Absolutely. Total number of smoke ganks kills by 25 minutes in.
Smoke gank kills. Okay. Wow. That's... Maybe... I'm still thinking 3 to 5 on that one.
I'm going to go 0 and 2. I definitely was borderline between both of those. Player with the highest net worth by 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. Just like after the laning phase.
Really early then.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, you think mid laners potentially, unless Pors are ganking.
Yeah, I think RTZ, because we saw how he played, right? He just sits on the lane and farms.
Yep,
like, gets his money. He knows.
All right.
Eyes on the money.
Well, eyes on the runes to start things out. Pi is on the scene, obviously, with only one shared Tango. He's hoping for a bottle, so his whole team is going to be there to back him up.
Vici
Gaming Reborn, they think they have a better level 1 fight and want to deter the Wisp from getting it. No-No's first in, steps in, goes right for a tree regen, and we're off to the races. Torrent's going to be right in the middle. Pi still manages to grab the bounty. It's going to be Secret who claimed both, but FY is going to be the first to grab first blood. He takes that one down. Secret don't get a response. Torrent flies, can't get both. Puppey moves in and slashes down the Faceless Void, and they're not done yet. They're going to get some hard-hitting damage onto DDC and forces him back out. When the dust settles.
They did get the first blood, at least, over on the side of FY. So, yes, it was a 2-for-1 trade, but they got first blood. Always something.
Double runes for Secret, a kill for Pup. Yeah, it's really hard to find.
Secret definitely coming out ahead there, but at least they didn't get completely demolished in it.
Pi still manages to get his rune, which means his bottle is en route. So his Wisp is going to be satisfied with that one. And we can take a moment to just really kind of admire the laning setup right now. Mikasa Void, one-on-one.
Oh, we saw this earlier today.
Ursa.
In fact, this exact lane.
EG game, yeah. It was Fear's Ursa going against the off-lane Void in that particular matchup.
Yeah, and it's a hard lane for Voids. That game, the Ursa was in fact when Fear went for his 18-0 or 19-0, whatever it was game.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's because of that free farm lane.
He was just hanging in the laning phase, bullied the Faceless Void, didn't really participate in a whole lot, but once he did, he definitely made his impact. We'll see if Envy's going to be doing the same thing or not. While bottom lane, you know, the nice thing about this support Kunkka is you have so much range to work with on your Torrent.
Yep.
You can just hide in the dark and just casually snipe down those cores and just really kind of perplex them when they're just trying to play a simple CS game.
That's what we saw in the Bounty Rune as well. He got 2 very good Torrents hitting on 2 people each. So, dangerous range of the Kunkka has to be respected a lot. In this mid lane so far, Storm is not having a good time. He just went jungle.
A fun breath of fresh air for Puppey, too. We don't get to see him play Kunkka a whole lot. He's doing damn good work as he gets an X-Torrent combo with his team and helps set up a takedown of DDC. The first of what could be many kills this game onto the scary
I fear so.
Crystal Maiden who can't quite get away.
I fear so, and right now we see FY just running down Piladai. Got tether away though.
That ball.
Trying to staple him.
Yeah, not happening though.
Yeah. Now with boots on the Kunkka as well, that means CM has to be even more careful about her positioning.
I imagine in the future Kunkka turns that into his arcanes, has mana to spam, and really now with the X online, he's got some bread and butter to work with.
Yeah, he's infecting the tricks.
I loved when Ice Frog added in this bonus. When you use it on an ally,
double
yourself,
duration.
yeah, it just instantly gives you the longer duration, so you can do stuff like that.
Yeah. The fact that it has 4-second duration on level 1 now and 8 seconds on teammates on all levels is really, really great.
Plenty of time for someone to go back to the fountain, fill up a bit, fill up a bottle, get an item, whatever it may be. And in this case, I believe Bulba finished out his Tranquils. Well, nonetheless, he's back with full life and ready to go.
This really worries me. This laning stage from VGR, I said that they needed a good laning stage. Storm is not even mid. They don't have any hero mid.
What's happening here?
This is like... Sure, the Storm struggles against the Huskar, but not laning mid is It's such a big decision.
Yeah, forfeiting the lane entirely to RNTZ
That's
is not going to bode too well because you already also have Envy with a heavy-handed matchup in the top lane, and bottom's going well for Secret. It continues to go well as they land a torch set up and make their move in.
Not
Poor
again.
little FY. He tries to run back and away. Puppy goes Crystal Maiden, we're going to save you for next. Gets the X, pulls her back, while the rest of Secret are still in pursuit, trying to get FY here. They continue to chase him, slow him down with 5 stacks, can't get the stomp off. He will go down. EDC will be able to make it away from the clutches of Puppy, but still.
This is a big disaster for VGR.
This was
They need
supposed
to
to be
send out
VGR's
some
best
SOS.
lane. This was supposed to be VGR's best lane, Wog, in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and the sad part is, it is their best lane. I mean, they only have 2 lanes to begin with, and one of them is Ursa. Polishing the Void.
We got to see what the peaking moment for Vici Gaming is going to be at this point because Secret are on the up and up, and I don't know how long you have to wait out for, I guess just like the Chrono coming online could help a bit. Storm's level 6.
I'm not sure. I think they should just have the Crystal Maiden mid at this point so someone gets experience on mid lane. Because this is hurting me so much watching mid lane be uncontested. This is what Oscar, while he's a strong hero, he suffers when he gets contested in the early game. That's actually his weakest point, is before he gets the items. Because he has no armor. But they're just giving him the free reign in his weakest state. And he's gonna get items. Trying to go top now on Envy. Trying to bait it.
And this lane just doesn't look any better. 25 and 15 for Envy's Ursa here. It's even more impressive than what we saw from Fear earlier.
Might be able to kill him though, maybe.
He cost that 10 and 4 here. Got some assistance looking to creep in here. DDC and I believe the Elder Titan, yeah, FY, hanging out on the left-hand side. Can they get a setup here for Envy and get some momentum back their way? Oh, they make their approach, but Envy just easily walks back out.
You know why they can't call him? EDC's skill build is really weird. He went
Nova, yeah.
2-point Frostbite. Nova has a much longer effective range. Much longer. So he could just use that, get the slow, and then get the Frostbite, but... oh well. I don't know, I'm not really approving that skill build. I think it's weaker if you're gonna gank like this.
Yeah, usually get enough of what you need just from one level of Frostbite, I'd imagine. At least for some Crystal Maidens who even kind of dance on the side in the jungle a bit.
I'm not sure.
But we'll have to see. For now, not really finding too many easy opportunities for setup. Casa still struggles in his one-sided matchup there. No is a PvE world right now, going in the jungle, but now is a bit hesitant because Trouble does approach. Puppy's been roaming around a bit. Him and Pylai die. Spotted out FY. They get the pull back to Torrent. This is 2-on-1 support here. They step back, avoid the stomp, or try to, but they still end up getting hit. That doesn't stop Arteezy from flying through the middle, and we'll be able to clean up that kill. Secret off to a very hot start now in game number 2, 5-1.
They really are. I haven't seen a game today that has crumbled this hard in the early game, actually. This is some of the worst laning stage. I guess I cursed them when I say they really need a good laning stage. VGR just get the worst stuff ever. But I think they should have laned differently. Aggressive lane on the mid lane. Try and play with the CM sitting there. And maybe even Elder Titan could come in as well.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, you got to hold out. You got to find some way to grind, and Storm Spirit needs to be one to create space for the Morphling, but Morphling needs his own space. He's already getting approached from 3 Secret members. There's another Torrent setup. He'll try his best away from away. He's got glistening, awesome Immortal items to help make it out, and he will be able to make it back and away. Beautiful stomp setup from FY as he turns back and around, looking to make a move. Pylai die with assistance coming in from DDC. They will get her done. Oh, Morphling, 4 stacks of sticky on him, but is going to be able to wave away from the trouble, and Secret may have to bail out here. I say that, but Puppy moves in. There's the X, there's the Torrent, and it's going to help. Cancels out the stomp and creates some space for Secret to evacuate the premises.
Yeah, and Nono has now left his own jungle. Sadly, not to go mid lane, so he's killing the enemy jungle.
He's like, this jungle looks pretty good. I'll just farm here.
The grass is greener, Crotto. Grass is greener.
Okay, what is he trying to put together with all of this jungle
I think he just needs to get Soul Ring and boots. That's what he's struggling to get right now. He has 1,000 gold, so he can get the Soul Ring if he wants to, but then he will be without boots. For the way he's playing, though, maybe that's the best.
Really makes you feel like with VGR's last pick, Storm, before seeing the Huskar.
Level 6 suicide. That's, I guess that's the fastest way to get back home still.
It's just rough because you can tell it's pretty obvious they were not banking on Secret getting that last pick Huskar. I mean, you see the Ursa and you're like, okay, that's what we're going to have to deal with, but...
Yeah, I mean, you never want to be in a position where you have to suicide your level 6 hero to creeps in the jungle. Like, that should be an option to you.
The mind game cheese coming out from Secret already in the draft is just definitely Throwing Vici Gaming Reborn off.
I feel VGR, man. When you get Huskard once and then it's there again, you get scared. But this is not the Huskard from last game. You have to realize he's weaker in the early game. Just go on him, you know. But now he has the armlet. It's not easy anymore.
No, not anymore. That window of punishing the Huskard in the early game may have passed here. Meanwhile, Secret,
DDC.
Another takedown, it looks like here of the Crystal Maiden as the Torrent is there. They got the X, the pullback. They need a little bit more damage. They will be able to get it, but they do get their own response. A wild no-no flies in from the north. With his first real presence of the game, we'll be able to help getting a takedown there for VGR.
Yep, that's a nice little payback at least. Everyone happened to be in the neighborhood for VGR as well. That means that bottom tower, it's going down to the Huskar pressure, and Ursa still hasn't been contested, so he's 1700 gold, getting very close to that blink dagger.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Oh
fallen.
man, this...
That's the thing is, we're looking at this Huskar and like, oh my god, this is going to be a problem. And then you jump to the other side of the map and you got an envy Ursa to worry about too.
Yeah, and at the same time, Bulba is also 2-0 on his Batfighter. He's also having an amazing game, and he's top 3 in the net worth. It's just... I'll give it to Vici Gaming. They're holding on with these jungle creeps that they're farming up. They're getting some money, but they're not threatening anyone.
Yet the real threat of Vici Gaming Reborn's lineup way on in what feels like a different lifetime at this moment. We know the buildup it takes for a Morphling to be a problem. I don't even see that one big piece yet. He needs like 2 or 3 to be able to hold his own here and now.
Yeah.
You know, not even just to deal with these 2 bad bruisers, but you have to look past them and see all the help that's going to be there behind him too. And you have a jumping Batrider lasso that's probably going to be in your face, a Pi Wisp that's going to be there to bail anyone out. There's the Stomp setup. Arteezy's in the top lane with a little low life, but it's that armlet Huskar. You got to make sure that when you make an approach on a Huskar, you're walking away victors. Mid lane, Bulba gets a lasso setup without a blink for No-No. No-No's going to be forced to jump out and away. Not
Time
once,
to get
but
the
twice.
X-Mark.
Yeah,
Couldn't
very
get him.
close.
Yeah, and he was level 6 too on Puppy now after a creep, so that would have been a very powerful combo.
With Arcane Boots complete on Puppy, he can dish out these Torrents and X's what feels like all day.
Oh yeah, you're in such a good spot. And going Ether Lens as a support Kunkka, you can stay really far back. It's a different approach. Oh, he ran into a wild void.
Hits him with the bash, and Mikasa says, I'm committing the chrono, we need this kill. And FY says, I'll take that kill.
Yeah, that's my goal.
I will stomp that one down and walk away. Envy, swing and a miss.
Double damage, Ursa trying to chase after here, but probably just gonna take the tower top.
Yeah.
Already dead, in fact, as Arteezy claims that.
You're too late this way too. Sorry.
Yeah, and he probably will finish up, I expect, Dragonlance? Yep, there it is. Dragonlance on the Huskar. Really hard to play around now. You can see the range.
Yeah, last
So
time I
evil.
checked in on him, he had like 900 and some on life, now nearly 1400.
And that's with Armlet not toggled on. It's gonna get harder.
He's becoming a raid boss already. And Vici Gaming Reborn have to find a way to deflate him, if anything.
Yeah.
Tier 2s are now threatened. What are they going to do?
They're a little bit scared of what is behind them with the Wisp potentially relocating someone there. They're a little bit scared, but Wisp is in fact just sitting behind the Huskar himself. Bottom lane attempt. Not gonna be able to kill, of course, but uses someone to help him.
Yep. Sends Mikasa back to the base. Rest of Vici Gaming Reborn smoked and on the move here. No leading out the charge first. They might spot Puppy and they make their move, but they do have a ward on the high ground. They see the trouble coming. Does get the ship off, which means the Rum is going to be there to help out. No, burnt up, could be going down, trying to jump through all the burn damage if possible. Splitter flies from FY. Storm ends up going down to that burning dot damage. Meanwhile, up on the front, there's another torrent, lands on Ed. ZYF could be in trouble, tries to TP back it away, will be able to make it out with the help of the Strength Morph. Mikasa steps in, still does not have a chrono, needs the burning spears, has to step away. Envy with the follow-up play, spots out FY, and will also force him back. No one from Secret will be going down, and they still hold their commanding position.
It was an ambitious try to move around like that, but you don't even have Electric Vortex level 1 on the Storm. It's too early, you don't have that level. That means that Kunkan didn't just send out the ship, and it's not going to be a good fight in any way for you. So sadly, EGR, they lose heroes, they lose tower.
Secret didn't even have Bulba's Batrider involved in that whatsoever. Bulba had been busy grinding up and finishing out his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and Ursa also didn't do that much in that fight. It felt like it almost was just Kunkka and Huskar turning that fight around.
They got the X on the Morphling, pull back to the Torrent. Nope, not there, but the boat will certainly connect.
He actually doesn't even have ulti on the Morphling.
My God. Oh, that follow-up torrent will connect and gets the job done. Arteezy's burning skill will get the last notch. Mikasa moves in, gets off the chrono, helps finish off Arteezy's first life. That's all it's really going to be getting here. Another torrent connection from Puppey. Mikasa is going to be forced to time walk out, but Arteezy says, you're not going anywhere, and just javelins him down in the back. DD says, please don't do this. Shrugs him off. It's another Huskar performance coming out from Secret.
Trying to plead, please Huskar.
I will give you
I haven't won many games today. Give me one win.
Nope, not happening, and they're not done yet. FY also to be sent home. It looks like, boom, dunked on by Arteezy. Mega kill streak by him. It's been
Orphan going in. He's also going to be in trouble now. Huskar.
Can he get Puppey? Puppey is going to be fine. He could exit on his way out if he wanted to. Torrent, he got him. That's going to be the death.
Puppey has been so on point this game as well. I don't think I've seen a torrent.
Oh, they finally get him. That was just a bitter kill right there. No. Oh, no.
Close. They don't have many stuns on Secret. He manages to TP out. But yeah, just as I was praising Puppey, he has been playing so good. His torrents have really been on point, and right now everyone on Secret just seems to have a cruise in this game.
Radiant's
Top
middle
3 net
tower
worth
is under
all
attack.
belongs to Secret on this one. With
Quite
Arteezy
heavily,
being
yes.
way up and above. Yeah, the next closest for Vici Gaming Reborn is the Storm at 4.6.
Pretty much half his net worth.
Yeah.
And his buddies are behind him instead, so yeah.
Not looking so good there, Vici Gaming Reborn,
he
at
has
least
to-
right now.
Full halberd flying out now as well to the Huskar.
Oh, Bulba's back. Bulba moves in. No-No's gone. That was a quick hit and run right there. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, this is looking a lot worse than game 1. I think maybe getting Huskar in game 1 actually got to VGR quite a lot.
I mean, it doesn't help. It really felt like, from the perspective Vici Gaming Reborn, they're like, we're not going to get Huskar again. I'm confident with this last pick Storm, and then they just get the Huskar, and they're like,
They
Shit.
they kind of put themselves in that position again, though.
yeah.
They had some heroes to deal with it, but then they go Morphling and Storm, who are both mainly magical damage dealers.
Yep.
And Huskar was available for them. They have the Wisp with it as well. Oh, they managed to get a clutch TP out there. Void, not gonna die today.
Yeah, every time VG Gaming Reborn move out from their base, and it feels like they try to square up or farm, it's always a clutch escape like that, or just kills by Secret.
They move out to hide, right? Look at Morphling right now. He's just sitting there hoping to get something. Cut the creep wave here and probably TP out immediately afterwards. Or even just run away. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. Just gonna cut it and TP out after a waveform.
But, you know, tier 1's even still standing on the side of Secret. Looks like ZYF will be able to make it out from his morph here, but nowhere is easy to find breadcrumbs of farm. And again,
the desperation.
The YOLO smoke is out once more by Vici Gaming Reborn. Will this be able to turn the tide of this game? Will they be able to kill Harvey Kuka mid lane? They're going to make a go for it. Lead in, Vortex full. He gets the ship off. Can the rest of Secret maybe get some redemption for him? Bulba thinks about it, goes into flight, has the lasso good to go, but
That's
they
a good
actually...
pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
When you're this far behind, any kill is a good. That's a good rotation. Even if it's just one of the supports on Secret dying, that at least gives you some time. Kunkka now not having the ship, even when he respawns, they can maybe take a tier 1 tower here. Trying for it.
A little bit of money coming their way. Who ended up getting the last hit on that?
That was
Good
Nono.
kill. Okay.
And Nono was very ambitious in this game, going for the Bloodstone recipe early. I think he bought it when he died, so that he didn't lose money. But it's a far way until he gets his Bloodstone completed.
Oh yeah. Does have an Arcane Rune bottled up. We'll see if he can do any fancy footwork with that. But the push is coming. Can't believe I'm actually seeing Vici Gamer Reborn going on a push right now.
I guess they realized they can't just sit back.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, but...
Possibly.
Tier 2 tower with the Kunkka up now and having the ship available. They probably have to run.
Uh-oh. He's got Chrono,
no.
and he thinks he's in a great spot. Unless he gets spotted. He moves back. He does a solo Chrono for Puppey and an Earth Splitter. 2 big ultis, all for the Kunkka. Is it going to be good enough? We'll have to see, because there's a lasso for Bulba and a quick takedown to Nono.
No.
Flame break cancels the TP out for Mikasa. Long dunk flies in from Arteezy. And Mikasa is going to be able to make it to the low ground, but it's not going to get him far.
It's just no running away from this team. They're
No,
too
there's
mobile. with the Wisp coming in, with the Blink Daggers, you're not getting away. Not with Time Walk.
I'm glad you committed so much to kill Puppy Skunka. He could be a very scary little pirate, but let me tell you, these are the guys, these are the bruisers who do all the work.
It's the moment when you hit that point, you're just like, okay, game is hard, let's kill one guy. Let's make one guy feel bad. Puppy, 1 kill, 4 deaths.
If the captain feels bad, maybe it will spread across the whole team. He'll just feel bad and salty, and then he'll be pissed at his team. They'll get pissed, and then
They're
throw.
preparing for tomorrow, you know, preparing for future days.
Secret, though, this team, you know, you look at the recent results and you don't know what to expect, but we do know that this team is...
They're looking sharp right now.
They're looking sharp today. They've been through a couple of TIs, a lot of these players, and they know when to step up.
They've adapted very well to the current patch as well. They played a lot of Huskar and Ursa in the most recent games. They also seem to have understood the patch quite well, how they draft. Whereas VGR, they seem a little bit like they're playing what people were drafting a month ago.
Yeah.
Like, the same style. Morphling, of course, a lot of Void, a lot of, you know, flexibility for mid-heroes. You can go Storm, whatever. But when you're up against the Huskar, you really need to think about that.
We said it leading in this series, you know...
that money.
Oh, wow, okay. Morphling has that burst potential, does work on Pi, and we'll take the forgiving kill. It'll be his first kill of the game, actually, so he'll be happy with that. But we had mentioned how Vici Gaming Reborn, you know, leading into TI had pretty much been grinding most of their games up against other Chinese opponents.
True.
So how often have they really gone against a Huskar? How often have they gone against this cheese? I'm sure they've been grinding up against more Morphlings and Nagas or whatever else.
Oh yeah, their games were, they have played so many games in the last month to 2 months, and most of those have been in meta where Alchemist was very heavily prioritized.
Alchemist, yeah.
Naga Siren was a little bit played, and of course, as you said, it's just a different meta. And here at TI, you have to adapt very quickly. It comes down to what teams are. Oh,
Snag on Mikasa, they pull it back. Envy will help bring him down. Even a relocate to help this one out. And they will take the Faceless Void down. That's a Chrono going to be taken out of the game. If Secret can find their way back across the map here, but it looks like Ed has already gone to work a little bit on this mid-tier 1. Still needs a lot more muscle power if he wants to be able to bring it down, though.
I like the level 1 adaptive strike on the melee creep. It's like, die.
Just die fast. Meanwhile, RTZ is taking down the big boy.
Oh god, look at RTZ's farm. We're 20 minutes in. This is not one you want to see. This is a monster that's going to be knocking on your door. Oh no!
DDT! He's like, I just want creeps! I'm just ulting creeps!
He's trying to ult the creeps, but not even that. Easy denies him even the slightest pressure in this game. Only Burning Spears now.
Yeah, it's almost like she even just drew more attention to herself. Like, I'm here farming bottom, boys. Come get me.
Yep.
But RTZ just gobbles her up and begins his track down this bottom lane. The pressure's coming from Secret. The noose, if you will, around the neck.
Oh yeah.
They're getting ready to tighten that boy up.
Very much so. And keep your eyes on Boba now. 5 seconds for the lasso. Definitely gonna go for a grab immediately. He has been trying to make use of it. Much off cooldown. Oh, they are grouping up bottom then.
Mikasa's back, has the Chrono here for VGR, but it'll have to be one hell of a Chrono to get it done. Meanwhile, No is pushing up in the top lane. TZ inside now. He's got Aegis in pocket. We saw this in the last game. This begins his siege, goes to work, sees the replicate, and they want to get rid of it as fast as possible because it's probably the best damage on the side of Vici Gaming Reborn right now.
That's a very sad story.
But they are able to back it away.
Do have some combos, but you can't go on just a Huskar with Aegis. This is the hardest position to be in. When he gets that Aegis, you know you can kill him once, but you're all gonna die for it.
Farm still grinding farm out in the secret jungle. In the meantime, just expecting that a Rax is gonna go eventually, I suppose.
Yeah, Rax is gone. They're not even fighting for it. VGR kind of realizing that we can't get
Secret are just in a good position where you really can't do anything to this. Dangling RTZ out in front. Oh, he thought about it maybe. With a jump in from Pi, he could get a multi-man Chrono there, but...
Yeah, and they're not wasting any time. RTZ realizes, I have Aegis, I want to go now.
A boat will be there, a recall will be there. They decide to make their move and hopes of bursting down that first life, but the boat will fly out, and RTZ's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, luckily no ulti was committed from VGR, so they can still take a fight, and the ship was used.
Now he has a Satanic. It suddenly went from 2,000 to 3,000 life now. I know Armlet is toggled on, but No makes his move. He's trying to get a hold of Pi here. Can he take him down in time? They get him with the X, they get him with the corner. The Chrono's going to be there by Mikasa. Meanwhile, Bulma gets the snag, pulls out FY. FY already got the time splitter off. A good start from VGR, but you can see by the ammunition and the itemization, Secrets have just so much firepower that they're going to be able to make their work done. Arteezy, who'd moved inside the base, cleans up and gets a godlike streak for himself. Meanwhile, Envy up in arms. No is going to be going down.
And
He's
meanwhile,
19 seconds.
Arteezy is like, yep, this building, it's going down.
He's like, this is what wins Dota, though.
Yep, buildings.
He gets one building, and it looks like potential for a second, as this could be the second set of racks to go down the side of Vici Gaming Reborn, and soon to be a 2-0 series, it looks like, for Secret.
And a very quick one at that as well. These games, VGR, I don't think I've seen a worse lane stage today. The fact that they abandoned mid lane at minute 2.5 or so,
Yeah.
it was just disastrous, and I really
the,
worried for them.
The draft was just all wrong.
I think they could have made 0 rotations though. I really feel bad that they didn't try to cut it down.
Well, commitments in from Secret. They're looking to put a lid on this one. Can they do it? They already take out Mikasa, and the rest will soon to fall. The towel has been thrown in. Secret, who will start off Group B with a nice 2-0 series.
And we will be following Secret a lot as well, so we will get to see if they're going to be able to keep doing this to different teams. But first off, we're going to follow VGR for their next game.
That is right.
With Newbee.
We go right over into stream number 3 where we started our day, and are going to be doing Newbee versus Vici.